Welcome to another video. Today I want to talk about the rates, but TLT primarily. So the 30-year dropped exactly at my level here that I had placed some time ago. And the reason why I did this is because for several hits here, we noticed that this price was paramount in order to see a bounce before a major drop down. We saw this as well. So this line has been respected as resistance, but also support. And we can tell this also by going over here, which is back in April 2025. Now this is a daily, so I'm giving you an idea here that we might see a bounce before a further sell-off in the rates. So if we look at the TLT, okay, to navigate exactly, precisely, the TLT here is rather interesting because I had told you that these were the levels if we would see a potential breakdown that I would be buying aggressively here. But given this candle here, I like this tail wind here. It's indicating buying pressure, and I really like the gap up. Now, overall, the pattern here has shown us that we've possibly found a bottoming. Okay, and the reason why I say this is because when you want to check to see if something is a bottom or not, you want to see a pattern, and the rounding pattern here is very frequent with bottoming patterns, and you want to see it in a way that has persuasive candles. What I mean by that is that if you're looking at these candles with long wicks, like tails, that means that there's a lot of buying pressure here. And we've seen it several times. This is the weekly. So you know that each candle represents a lot of volume. So this is a very persuasive candle. Now, if it was a daily, it would have less validity, or should I say, less gravity. So let's take the monthly, for example. And the monthly here is indicating that we have checked these lows previously with a lot of buying pressure. And these prices are covered by these candles here. Like, look at these candles here. A lot of buying pressure here, a lot of buying pressure here, a lot of buying pressure here. We checked back, and then we're just launching higher. This month alone, February, has been a tremendous candle. Okay, this candle here didn't really confirm anything. I know a lot of people could see this as a topping bottom, as a topping tail. It's not a topping tail at all. A topping tail is only found in the very top, okay, in higher prices. Like over here, this was a topping tail. And how do we tell? Well, it's been confirmed. You saw that the next month was closed way below, and then the month next was closed in these price ranges here. So you know that this has been confirmed. Confirmation takes two candles in the direction where we might think it's going in order for it to be confirmed. And I bet if you look at monthly candles with a lot of other assets, you'll find topping tails or bottoming tails. So this was just a candle that sure had a lot of selling, but it wasn't confirmed. And this month is showing, until we have a few days until we close the month, but it's showing that we're closing above this. So this is a very bullish candle. So looking at the monthly here, we can see a bottoming because it's been confirmed. We haven't checked back again to question our motion. Unless we do that, I have no reason to think that this was not the bottom. Okay, so usually when we look at candles that and volumes that are very consistent, like we see here, the size of these candles are very consistent. Okay, typically symmetry can play out. And what I mean by that is that if we take the size of this candle here and add it, okay, we should expect in a month or two, okay, these prices here. And I say this because we are within a very strong bullish bar. Notice that this bullish bar that started here was the most bullish since this one over here, okay, which was February of 2025 last year. So we're noticing that February's have been pretty strong. Now the month after that was a collapse, okay? This was showing a possible reversal, and it did play out. But if you look at the landscape, geopolitically and economically, 2025 wasn't confirmed in terms of the direction of the economy as much as now. And the fact that the TLT, which represents the bond market, hasn't been persuaded by the recent data in the production index, which showed in 0.6, 0.8 increase, shows us that the bond market is persuaded that we are heading either into a recession or there's a reason that the rates should come down. Okay, the bond market is the most liquid, the most intelligent market. The people who work in the bond market have way more information, because it doesn't only involve sovereign funds, pension funds, etc. It involves sovereignty funds that represent countries. Okay, so you're getting the country's best analysts in the bond market who are trading this, who are allocating capital. Okay, so that means that nations here are investing. Okay, sure, many of the nations might have opted out from the US bond market, but most of them with liquidity, serious liquidity, are opting in. Okay, so the prices, because many people have asked me, where do I see TLT? I would be buying calls a year out, always a year and over. If you can do 2 years, that's perfect. So you can trade within the range of that contract. I would be buying options, if not already. Okay, you should have bought already, because I was telling you when it was cheap, and many of you I know have bought. But I would say that in the next month or two, I would give it a high probability will be here. Okay, let's see. I'm making this video. I'm making a prediction. In 2 months, we're going to be in the 95 zone. Okay, so if we close February, this candle here intact, and closes above here the 90, above 90, if we're 90 plus, I like it. That means we have higher probabilities in the next month or two to shoot up to 95. That's what I got for you guys. I hope you're satisfied. I hope this adds some more information as an arsenal to your trading. It helps me to look at the candles. A lot of people look at Elliott waves. Elliott waves are good, but the most precise analysis is to look at the candles, look at the type of candles, look at the pattern, and look at the time. Like I told you, confirmation. Confirmation has to be within a certain number of candles. And the longer you go in terms of the time frame, the more accuracy and the higher chance that you have in your analysis to be correct. So we're utilizing here PPT methodology, which is pattern, price, and time. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks so much. Please subscribe, like, and comment below.